Trey had never felt so helpless before. He sat in the cold cell, staring at the faceless gray walls. The days passed by, but he didn't see them. He heard the footsteps of the guards, the flicker of light in the corridors, but this world no longer belonged to him. His life was divided into a before and an after. Before, when he was just an ordinary guy with dreams of becoming a lawyer. After, when he was handcuffed and accused of a crime he didn't commit. Guilty. Those words echoed down the cold prison hallway. Trey hurried home after the night shift. The city was alive with the rhythm of sirens, screams, and flickering lights reflected in rainy puddles. Running through a dark alley, he suddenly heard, "Stop!" He turned his head and saw a woman lying on the wet pavement, her face hidden by blood and horror. "You were here? Did you see something?" A voice rang out. But instead of helping him, it accused him by pointing a finger at him. From that moment on, his name was no longer his name. The trial went by too quickly. The prosecutor silently read out the charges. This man was there. The witnesses confirm it. "Isn't that enough?" Trey shouted. "I didn't do it!" But his voice was drowned out by the indifferent stares of the courtroom. And the word guilty turned out to be a verdict that no one could overturn. It was as if time stood still in the prison. The rustle of the guards' footsteps, the distant sounds of the night, all this penetrated the emptiness of his soul. Every night he asked himself the question, "Who is she? This woman? Has she seen me? Does she know I've been locked up?" But there was no answer. There was only silence, oppressive and eternal. 4 long years passed. Suddenly a voice said, "We've found new evidence." Surveillance cameras showed a different person. The victim, waking up after a long treatment, said, "It wasn't him. He wasn't there." Those words, like a lightning strike, shattered the lies created to destroy him. The day Trey was released, the world around him changed. 4 years of his life were irrevocably stolen. He walked outside, and the first person he saw was his mother, crying with joy and grief at the same time. "You're finally home," she murmured. But Trey felt like a stranger in this world. People looked at him as if he was broken forever. Trey couldn't go back to his old life. He had to learn how easily an accusation destroys a person. He became a lawyer, and every case, every person he defended became a reflection of his own pain. "I will fight for those accused without evidence," he said firmly, because he knew what it was like to be accused of a crime you didn't commit.